Welcome back to Whispers from the Mist. This is session 7 entitled Wicked Child. Last session, the group entered into the town of Torania and learned a bit about the nature of the place. Ultimately, they have wound up burying the dead mayor of the town, entering into the church up on the hill, Church of the Morning, or Atavius. The priest there seems to have lost his mind quite a bit, and his son is entombed underneath the church in its basement, where he has been screaming quite madly for some time. Um, Under duress, the priest has decided to try and recite a very long prayer, thinking that it would help, although very clearly it isn't. Um, the group has decided to take matters into their own hands as night has fallen, and they have descended down into the basement to engage with the son of the priest, Doru. Um, as you enter into the basement and your lights flicker throughout the space, behind the far beams that support the structure above, you see a later teenage, probably young adult individual um, who looks like they have been completely driven mad, staring at you with eyes that are filled with sorrow, shock, and strangely a predatory kind of um, glare. Now, as initiative would go to Null first, but Johnny's just a little late. We're going to go ahead and have him delay his turn, allowing the other group to engage this individual first. And as far as the initiative docket goes, it looks like Doru is last on the ticket. So after Null, who will kind of just take their starting position and delay, um, Aveline, you would be first. Once you've entered into the basement, you probably stop reciting the prayer, and you can take your turn at your pleasure.
Um, do, 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 do. Oh, I thought I popped on my character sheet. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Already dropping the ball. Oh, jeez. Okay. I am gonna read my spells because I forgot we changed them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think I had like a buff, right? Like, or no, did I take those all out?
Um, so as far as cantrips go, if you're looking for like just a quick kind of starting spell, I believe you have Sacred Flame, which you can see the target. So
Yeah.
that would be fine. If you're looking for something that's a bit more supplementary for the group, um,
Oh, we have bless. Okay. That's a
Bless is a
better
good
one.
one.
All right. And then remind me, did we get any kind of rest before this encounter?
No.
Okay, so, all right. Fun. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and um who should I cast on? Um, I will do bless on the lady.
Okay. What's your favorite color
Me?
for this
Oh,
character?
her favorite color would probably be something like blue.
Okay. You got two more targets for Bless.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. I will bless Drumgar. Sorry, I get them confused. Drumgar's
Woohoo!
the
Dwarf. Yep.
Okay, okay. Yeah, we'll bless him and then one of the twins who would like to have the bless.
Bay would probably be the better of the two.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right. Especially considering your relationship with the twins at current. Bay is the cooler of the two. Okay, so once you kind of step forward, say your prayer to Atavius, um, Gwenvalia will step down the steps and kind of move a little bit out into the open. She looks across the way, and there's a look of sorrow that kind of takes over her face. She holds her sword up, but you can see that her hand is kind of wavering. Um, and she is just going to. Bear with me here. She is just going to take the dodge action. She seems to be kind of. Upon entering the place, she seemed like she was a bit more brave, but once she stepped into the situation, you can tell that she's a little less battle hardened than she put on when she came out in the cool armor. Okay, that's it for her turn. Faye, you're up.
Well,
Wait.
What?
What?
Faye,
Why-
you're up.
Drumgar.
Drumgar. Sorry, I got distracted by my brain.
We're
Drumgar,
triplets.
you get a turn. Sorry.
We're
I
triplets.
apologize.
It's fine.
I
Yep.
do get a turn. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Am I high?
I never trust myself, so.
Fair.
I'm not high enough.
Fair.
I'm here. Whew.
Hey,
I was just helping out a neighbor. My bad.
no worries.
Aw.
Wait, is that
You, on your first turn, delayed, so you can go after Drumgar, but you'll get your regular initiative in the count.
Okay.
You missed Aveline casting Bless, and you missed Gwenvalia taking the dodge action after moving in and seeing the creature. 5,
Gotcha.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is what you've got moved there. The post in between you will grant him half cover if you're attacking.
No,
through the
I
post.
just
Okay.
my walk speed on my character sheet is 20.
20.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Let's take a look at 2024 Dwarf. I've been surprised.
But I just pulled it up and it's 30.
Dwarfs move 30?
Yes.
Unacceptable. Hold on.
Dude, look at the fucking thing. I don't know.
I'm looking up the thing. Speed is 30. All right. Okay.
Could it be? Is it the armor?
Yeah, good question. Plate. Maybe they returned it back to 4th edition rates. That's interesting.
Because I'm unencumbered.
Stealth disadvantage, strength requirement. What's your strength?
14.
Okay. So then that's why your speed is limited because you're wearing armor. You don't have the strength requirement.
Because
for
they
it.
don't have the strength requirement. Strength 15.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Well, then I guess I use my action to dash.
Okay. Bay.
Okay.
I didn't know that you didn't have strength 15.
We're gonna move there.
Okay.
Right on the cusp.
What?
He's talking about his strength. Go ahead and take your turn.
I have Shattered Spike. Can I?
Huh?
Hold on.
Kind of lagging.
Alright, we're gonna move here.
Okay. And then you said draw Shatter Spike.
No, I'm gonna shoot first, and then I'll like drop my bow next turn and move in with Shatter Spike.
Okay. So you move in,
I can't get to him
fire
this turn.
the shot. On receipt, the bow is not magical and the arrow is not magical, correct?
Correct. I don't have magical arrows on this one.
Okay. So you'll watch as it hits him. It doesn't seem to do quite as much as you were expecting. Go ahead and click the
Okay.
damage, though.
Low. Okay.
So 5. And then I guess you would have sneak attack, so if you want to throw that out there, too. 1d6.
Um, where is it on the sheet though?
Great question. Let's see.
Skills and
Bay.
tools.
Features and traits. Sneak attack. That put down a... It did not. So then under combat... Interesting. Yeah, that's fine for now. Oh, it's down at the bottom of the list. I see it there. It's it'll go all of the attacks, and then beneath that you can check sneak attack on or off. And it's actually 2d6.
I
So
see it.
go ahead and roll another one, or just
Okay.
click.
Okay. Hello. Let me click on it.
Okay, you're on deck.
Oh my god! Supercomputer.
100%.
Okay, 5.
Okay, so then Faye, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to move here. And then, like, when I pass Aveline, because she didn't bless me, she blessed Babe, gonna side eye her when I walk by.
Damn.
I only had 3 slots.
And Gwenvolley is really pretty.
I mean,
Oh no!
And dodge.
Okay, we might need to jump into the
Person down.
Or
Wait,
uh-oh.
who got blessed?
okay,
Sorry.
Magpie, you
Drumcar,
just caused everything
Bay,
to get sideways. Hold on.
and Gwenvalia.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
you'll
Okay, fixed. Okay, so Faye, what were you doing?
I'm just going to dodge here, but Johnny still hasn't taken his turn.
Okay. Yeah, Johnny can take it whenever. Are you
Oh,
ready?
I was waiting for everybody to go first. Then after inward, then he's gonna go take it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you
Gentlemen.
allow that. I mean, unless you want me to take it right now.
It's
I mean,
fine.
Yeah.
Technically, we're not doing delays, but I was just doing because you weren't here. It's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
It's fine.
I was just...
I could just let you go on your next turn.
You're too nice, Johnny.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say you go on your next turn. That'll be easier since I'm a failure as a GM. Okay, so Faye, what were you doing?
I'm just dodging.
Okay. And side-eyeing people. In where?
All right, gonna walk up a.
Stop. Back.
Touch.
Go back. Go back. Go back. Maybe people aren't seeing it though. I think Faye did the
What?
same thing. There's a staircase. Are
I
we
was
just-
here.
Just...
I was here.
No, you start here,
Oh, I see. I
Yeah,
see.
you
I
started.
see.
down,
Now, okay.
and then out.
All right. All right. All right.
I think
He can
10,
parkour over the.
20,
Oh wait,
that'd
no,
be
it's.
fun. I
Never
mean,
mind.
it's got a railing, so I just yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. And then
For now, we're gonna do a. Sorcerer's Burst. We're gonna do fire damage if it hits.
okay, 11 will miss. So as you fire it, he's kind of posted behind that beam,
Yeah.
And the shadows are kind of playing in that corner. And as you kind of fire at what you think is like a pale arm, instead you smash it into the wall near it, which is pale stone as well. Okay.
Hmm.
As you come up to him, Drumgar, you would see that he is like changing his disposition from kind of mouth open, screaming, to kind of mouth open, kind of snarling. And he is going to lash in at you with his claws. 25 to hit.
Oof.
Yep.
Okay. So as he comes in, he kind of like takes a hold of the top of your dueling shield and pushes it aside, and then reaches out with his other hand and grabs a hold of like the shoulder / neck area. You can feel his claws kind of dig in and pull back a bit of the armor. And as he's doing that, he's kind of snaking around the beam, and it looks like his mouth is even wider, almost like his jaw disconnected and opened to a horrifying, like, maw. And it looks like he's about to bite you on the neck. You are grappled. There is an escape DC of 13. And he will then bite you with his second attack. 17 probably misses.
17 misses.
Yeah, so you transposition the shield back after he pushes it aside. Just as his teeth are just about to sink into your gray flesh, kind of bat him aside with the shield. He's still holding on to you. But yeah, you've kind of got the shield in between you and him now. Okay. Null, you're up.
Okay. Move here. Go right here. Stand over. Hey, off my compatriot. And Eldritch Blast. Let me see. Where's the sheet?
Plus 1d4 to your rolls, Magpie.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
That'll miss.
Ah, great. Well, so move to there. Move 5 there, and that'll be it.
Okay. Aveline, you're up. Muted if you're talking.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I'm getting used to this. We went like 1 week with this new character sheet and then 2 weeks without, so now I'm all
Yeah.
confuzzled. It's all right.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel you.
I will. Where
This
is
is also
it?
the first time we've been in a combat in the new format, so
Okay, so it's not just me being
True.
silly. I mean, I might be
Mhm.
being silly, but it's not just that. I'm gonna. This is really hard to tell what's a cantrip and what's not.
sure. It should all be at the top. Sacred Flame
Yeah, I was gonna say.
is probably for range, probably the best
Oh.
bet because it doesn't require you to hit an attack roll.
Yeah, I see now. Yep, you're right. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll do
'cause
that.
The cover is a big problem right now. Okay, so it's a DC of what? What's your spell save DC?
It is
8 plus 2 plus your what's your wisdom modifier?
wisdom modifier is +5.
Okay, so then it's gonna be a 15. All right, dexterity saving throw. Okay, roll the saving throw. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Why doesn't it let me throw the damn... Okay. Roll 1d20. Wisdom GM. 1d20. Okay, so it'll fail. It'll take 7 points of radiant damage. For you, Drumgar.
Oh,
Go ahead.
do I not roll the damage too? Or
Oh, that was a d20 roll. That's funny.
okay.
Why is
okay.
it rolling an attack?
No.
We'll take the 5, since that's actually on a d8.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry. But, I was gonna say, new character sheets, so hilarious to me. I'll go in and fix Sacred Flame since they automatically have it wrong. It's not an attack roll. There should be a d20 roll. It should just be save DC. Okay.
Lovely.
So what you see on your side, Drumgar, since you're up close and personal with the creature, is that when you struck it, or when it's been struck by the arrow and the like, it looked like the wounds were kind of superficial, and you can see that the wounds were starting to stitch over, like already starting to close. When the Sacred Flame hits it, you can see that it causes it a bit more alarm. Its mouth kind of closes in shock, and it kind of takes on a more serious look. And it seems that he is affected by that. More, not that he's vulnerable to it, but it seems to affect him differently. I know you know what that means out of character.
Yep.
But yeah, Aveline, anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Gwenvalia will move up behind Bay and take the dodge action. Drumgar.
Seeing how effective that last Sacred Flame was,
But
wait, I edit this before I commit. No.
Okay, so DC 13. It will pass that saving throw. And your Sacred Flame is correct.
Wait,
Weird.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
you should be.
You should.
Like, why would you do it?
Yeah, I feel terrible.
So as you kind of like hold up the shield in a bit, and it kind of starts to ignite as you say the prayer, it seems Doru kind of like quickly moves around the pillar, and there's a very quick exchange of the grasp from one hand to the other, like always held during that though, as he kind of shifts to like the right a bit more. Okay, that was your action. Do you have any bonus actions, or you can't move? Nothing.
I think I'm just gonna stay there because
Okay,
I'm grappled.
you're doing your
No
job.
bonus actions. Yeah.
Faye,
I'm gonna drop my bow.
oh, that's actually a really good question. I didn't. Oh, you're proficient with it. You just don't have the strength. Got it. Go ahead. Drop the bow.
Move in with Shadow Spike.
Yep. The bow's still on you. Yeah, you just exchange, and then rush forward with the sword.
Alright. Yes, no?
Maybe
Oh.
so.
My computer hates
You need a new one.
it. Well, I mean, I have a new one. My coworker has built it for me. And I'm moving in the next couple weeks, so I'm just,
So why set it up? I understand.
yeah.
oh, you're moving too? Hey, moving,
Damage on that.
buddies.
That'll hit.
Okay. Today, please. Maybe. Maybe no. Maybe yes.
All right.
Oh.
And that's got the sneak included. Good. So that attack actually, when it stabs into Doru's side, causes him to like reopen his mouth and like hiss at you. And
I could get him.
fair enough. Faye, you're up. Unless you have anything else, Magpie.
Nope.
Okay.
I want to move here, and can I throw a dagger?
Yep.
I want to throw that silver dagger that I have.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I have a silver dagger.
So it bounces off of his flesh. It doesn't penetrate.
Well,
You're not sure if the blade hit right or not in the shadows, but you just see it to you, it looks like it hit him and bounced off his skin.
Mm. Shit.
Anything
Move back
else?
here.
Okay. Inweir.
All right, let's go right there. And I'm gonna toss a char at him.
It slams into the wall behind him, leaving kind of like a black mark across the pale stone.
I
Anything
have
else?
I have to roll damage on this.
I legit just thought you threw a fish at
Why?
him.
Why are you rolling damage?
Cause damn it.
What is happening right now?
I think I have to look at details.
Yeah,
He
you take
says you-
damage.
Mhm.
That's right. So you take
And that's it.
you 1. And then Doru will kind of still holding on to Drumgar, but attention now focused on Bay, just slams his claws straight forward towards the drow.
Oh,
Crit.
No! No!
oh, I have blessed on me. What is you?
Doesn't
so
help her
what?
defense.
Okay.
So you'll take 12 points of damage on the first attack.
Oh,
And
shit.
when he grabs you, he's literally grabbing a hold of your throat, and
Yeah.
you can feel his claws kind of dig into your throat. And when he grabs you, and he's still holding on to Drumgar with the other hand, his hand kind of relinquishes off of Drumgar, snakes around the pillar, and comes to grab your shoulder, leaving that other side of your neck completely naked, and he drags you inwards. And 17 hit.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's disgusting. I don't like that. It plops
Oh.
both of the damages down. That's very weird. Okay, so long story short, you're going to be at 0 hit points.
Oh Jesus.
What?
It's going to be 8 piercing damage and 10 necrotic, so you'll be unconscious.
Yeah.
Not dead, though. Your maximum hit point total will be reduced by 10, so that'll be set there. And then that reduction is similar to the wraiths that we dealt with before. It'll go away after you complete a long rest. But if your maximum hit point goes to 0 in this way, you will die. And also, despite the radiant damage that came in before, since it's last turn, the bite seems to sustain it and replenish it. You would notice this Drumgar at your proximity. So it'll be plus half the damage for necrotic. Okay. Null, you're up.
Thinking if I should try something here. Hold on, sir. In the creature. Sorry, I'm just reading the spell here. I don't know if that'll work though.
And I want to make sure how it looks in the shadow, because again, we're kind of seeing it in dark vision and through like scarce light coming from Aveline and the like, right? So what you see is like this pale, scrawny guy kind of grab a hold of Bay like I described and just drag her in. When that bite hits, it's like whoosh, like there's a bit of blood. It's more like Dracula Dead and Loving It than like, because that was a pretty solid meaty bite.
It's like a like a
And-
samurai movie.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she's immediately kind of like like eyes roll in the back of her head, and she's like lulled in his hands. It looks like if this continues, like she's gonna get you know. Go ahead, and I'll...
Okay.
No pressure.
If this is like wrong or anyway, please correct me.
Absolutely.
Because
That's what I do.
He is going to cast Phantasmal Force.
Okay.
So I kind of imagine like having like
So
oh yeah.
go ahead.
No, I think it'll help with what you're gonna say because I was imagining like having like a bony fingers come out of the wall, like holding on to the guy and like kind of holding him in place here.
Sure.
If that sort of thing works, because it says like the phantasm cruise sound.
You create an illusion in the mind of the creature you can see within range. Got it. 10-foot cube, so
that doesn't affect other people, does it? Because it says in the mind of a creature.
right, no, I'm saying like it will see it, but the thing that you're emanating can't be larger than that. Is
okay.
What it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So then intelligence DC?
Yep, that is shoot, where do I see that? I think that is 14. Yeah, 14.
Okay.
That's plus
This
4
for
each.
GM, since clicking this I just don't understand, man. I just don't. Oh, you said 15?
Yeah. No, 14.
Oh, okay. Well then, sorry. It
No.
will. Yeah, I have a +0 intelligence and I rolled a 14. I was about to say congrats, but as you cast the spell, you can see in your mind's eye the illusion of like the bony fingers grasping a hold of its neck and kind of dragging back and kind of wrenching it away from Bay. But you watch as he looks down at it, like with her in his mouth, and you can see like a smirk widen with like the red kind of blare of her blood across his face. So you can see the illusion pass through and fade into nothing.
Bastard. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh. Okay. Nothing on a successful save. Got it.
Wait.
I was just checking something. Yeah, it's just if it hits, it lasts for a long time. If it doesn't, it's nothing. Okay.
Okay.
That it?
Yep.
Aveline.
Wait, that's not far enough. I'm gonna move here. And then I'm gonna do Justice Strike on the vampire.
Okay. Wisdom save, DC 13. Just gonna create a macro for this. Since I'm having to make a lot of save. And the sheet doesn't let me do it. Okay, so the DC, you said your wisdom modifier is a +5, right?
Let me double check that.
Oh, your save
Sounds-
your save DC is a +5.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong spot.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's a +3. It's a +3.
Got it. Well, regardless, it's going to fail, and then it will take damages if it hit itself with its own melee attack. Since it is not grappling itself, it is not a valid target for bite, so it will hit itself with claw.
Oh, I see how that works. Okay.
Okay. And its weapons are not treated as magical, so it will take half. Actually, let me double check. Yeah, its weapons are not treated as magical, so... yeah, you watch as, like, it's holding, Bay kind of reaches up with the Justice Strike and kind of clashes against itself. And you can see it take the damage.
Remasochist dream.
Alright. Anything else, Aveline?
That's all I got.
When Valia steps forward, and you watch her kind of move her weapon up and around Bay, and then kind of make a feint towards Doru's face. Doru seems to kind of turn back and doesn't see Gwenvalia's other hand grasp a hold of Bay's side of her head, and then in like a dance-like move, kind of shifts the two, forcing Bay behind her and pushing Gwenvalia in towards Doru. For those of you who are fighter-minded, which would be mainly Drumgar, she just used a technique called bait and switch. And as she kind of takes that posture in front, you can see that she's very defensive, which means she's gaining 5 extra AC for the turn. She will lance inwards with an attack. Kolyon Sword. She will hit. I guess I can roll her publicly. Okay. And you can see that it takes quite a bit of damage from that attack. Its snarling continues in that direction. First Bay with a magic sword, then Gwenvalia with one. Okay. That's Gwenvalia's turn. Drumgar's up.
I think I'm just say
Yep. That will fail. Go ahead and give me the damage. Okay. So similarly, the last rotation that we had one, it gets hit with Radiant. You can see that the wounds that were starting to stitch themselves closed stop. Which is great because out of character, Drumgar and Aveline, you would note that vampires regenerate. So every turn they're just healing hit points unless they're taking radiant damage or getting splashed with holy water. Anything else, Drumgar?
no, that's gonna do it again.
Bay, you are still dying, correct? Or has someone healed you?
I don't think I'm still dying.
Okay, so if you want to whisper roll me a death saving throw, please.
How do I do that?
I
On the feet.
don't know. If you want to just whisper GM and
Top of the sheet, there's a way to toggle
the whisper.
public and whisper GM.
So you'll change that to whisper to GM, and then you'll click on where it says roll on the death saves right beneath your token there. And then Faye, go ahead and take your turn.
It's an action to pick up an item, right? That's on the ground?
No.
So if I were to, it would be okay if I move into this space, pick up that silver dagger?
The problem is that it's in Doru's space. So if you were to move into Doru's space, Doru would get an opportunity attack. It dropped in his square, so it's beneath him.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Because I want to grab for the dagger and then stab him with the silver dagger.
So you see this moment as it's kind of Doru's kind of looking directly at Gwenvalia as Bay's pulled away, kind of dropped to the ground gently by Gwenvalia's dance-like move. And you're like, opportunity, and you rush forward and you dart down and you grab for the weapon. You Drumgar sees the eyes kind of shift to the side, and then his hand kind of swipe down and smack into Faye's shoulder. Your fingers touch the hilt of the dagger and then grab it up. And as that's happening, you feel yourself wrenched right back up to like standing as he grabs a hold of your shoulder and picks you up. You're taking 6 points of slashing damage as he slashes you with his claws, and you are grappled.
So I'm still grappled?
You are not.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I let go of you to grab a hold of Bay, and then Bay got taken away from me with the bait, and then I am now grabbing Faye. And Faye, I need you to do me a favor and make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, it's the madness.
I was just about to say.
Oh no, not the madness.
So I click on the wisdom, I click the save.
Yeah, I hope that's how it works. Okay, so that saves, but as you kind of get picked up and pulled, you see Doru kind of look and lock eyes with you as he kind of lifts you up, kind of like an adult kind of picking up a child off the ground, right, looking at them in their face. But you don't see Doru's face for a second. You see Golthias's, and he says, "I guess we're supping up all the drow tonight." But you're like, you shake it, and you're like, okay, I'm good. And then it's Doru's face. It's just your momentary madness. You still have your action though.
Alright. I wanna stab at him.
Give him the old 1-4. Let's see that dagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's a crit! It's a crit!
So click on the crit damage.
Okay.
Do you have this? Are you using the silver dagger? Who has that?
Yes, I do. And
Yeah.
Faye does.
Let's go.
Okay, so as you lance the dagger into his side, you watch as it kind of easily kind of sinks in there. I want you to make a strength athletics check.
Okay.
I know I'm making you make a lot of checks on your roll, but you're making me do it. You're making me make you do it.
But you did this
It's
to
you.
me.
It lances in there, and with that, you see it kind of like stick in him, and you try to pull the blade out. You're still grappled by him, so he's holding you on one shoulder, and you're still holding the hilt of the dagger that's kind of stuck in his. I'd say it's like right in the side, like beneath the ribs. And I will say too, that does bloody him. Okay, Faye, done. Inweir, you're up. It is a absolute clusterfuck in that corner.
Oh my.
What are you doing, you giant,
my
you
God.
giant man?
All right, I better hit him with this one. Then I'm gonna throw another char.
Okay.
Motherfucker,
Oh no! No!
this is infuriating.
You're bad at rolling dice, I guess. And so you take.
I blame roll 20.
I blame Roll20 as well. You take some fire damage back on you. Doru, like seeing the situation as it stands, turns his attention from Gwenvalia and looks to Faye. He has her grappled. He's going to make 2 attacks. His first attack is going to be a warding attack. He's going to swipe his claw at Gwenvalia to kind of catch her attention or possibly hit her. He will miss. Her AC is massive right now. She has no problem blocking him. But it seems that she sees the feint for what it is. Doru rushes into Faye with his face and bites at her. 21 to hit.
Yes.
And okay, so I really am drinking drow. I'm drinking drows up tonight. That's
Drow
that's-
juice.
The
So
joke.
it's 4 piercing, but it's 14 necrotic, and the necrotic reduces your maximum hit points by that amount as well. So just keep note of that, and then I believe that drops you, right?
Yep.
So he's holding
No!
he's holding another like unconscious drow. And go ahead, and since you're unconscious, you don't need to make the madness check. And he will regain
makes
some
sense.
hit points. You notice as he does that, and like kind of like drinks of her, kind of pushes like her dagger hand astride, and you can see the dagger slowly slip out and start to heal over. Null, you're up.
You got went quite the prickle.
You decided to fight a vampire in a basement at night. I just want to make sure we know.
I mean,
And like you talked.
I regret nothing.
nope. Shoot.
What are you doing, Null?
Well, I mean, what kind of action would be giving somebody a healing potion while they're down? Is that a
Bonus
whole
action.
Bonus action?
Yeah, all healing and potion interactions in 2024 are bonus actions.
Oh, okay. That's neat.
Neat.
Oh God. I'm sorry. The only healing potion I have is the heart. Oh shit! I think.
We knew it would come in handy one day. In
Yep.
dire situation.
Faye. No, you gotta hate me. Just know that it's better than dying. It's gonna try to give
Is
Faye the
it?
healing potion, the heart healing potion.
Okay. So, that one's actually, sorry. So, it's not a healing potion.
that's-
Healing potion. That one has an action cost.
That one has an action. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that will still be an action, but it also has another function. I am looking for the item in your inventory now.
Oh, the fire breath.
No,
the heart potion.
Yeah,
thing.
it's like a preserved heart.
Yeah, the
Oh.
Coptic healing jar.
Yeah. So if we look at the information for this, as an action, make a Constitution saving throw. So Faye, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm sorry. I just don't want you to die.
Me?
How dare you?
Oh, wait, who you're forcing it in Bay? Bay, make a
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw. Sorry.
Wait. Which one's this one's Bay, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's Faye. Okay.
That's Bay.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought I had that right.
Okay.
Bay's got the
Fucking
left part.
twins,
Bay's
man.
got the right part.
Okay.
I don't know my left from my right.
Fair.
Okay.
But that's actually wrong because this is goddamn.
Yeah. Is it their right or
Well, no,
my
it's like
right?
it's like double reverse because this is my left, and it shows up on left on screen because the screen's reversed, and I'm looking at it and it's left, so they're the same.
So me.
Anyways, yeah, Constitution saving throw from you, babe. Magpie.
Yeah, I'm
Believing in yourself and clicking the button and waiting a week. I got you. And do you have anything else, Null?
I don't know why everybody's moving forward. He's moving back.
Okay.
Five.
Aveline, you are up next.
Do you want me to roll the healing or you, Bay?
No, we got to see if it passed. Okay, she got
Oh,
it.
pass.
Okay. So 44 plus 4. You're the healer,
Nice.
Null, so you're rolling
Oh.
it.
Okay. Oh, she passed? Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. 44
Ooh,
plus
this is a
4.
very interesting bit, too.
Hold on.
I've got a narrative description here that's very interesting.
44 plus...
So like
I
Professor
think-
Evil, like
Yeah. I mean,
Did I-
yeah.
Okay, I did that right. Okay.
Yeah. So get 17 hit points back, Bay. And as you're unconscious, right, you're not really... There's nothing. It's like a void. But then there's this strange sensation, this hunger, that fills your heart. And you taste something. At first, you want to just get rid of it, expel it. But then this more carnal thing inside of you, this strange, eerie desire that seems to burn on your neck, forces you to chew through it and consume the chunks of heart and bits of blood and flesh, and you feel renewed, rejuvenated as you suck down the contents of the Coptic heart jar.
oh jeez. Do we have a
Johnny, what have you
vampire?
done?
We have a
Nobody's-
vampire.
I'm
No,
sorry.
no, no.
I'm
We
sorry.
don't have a vampire. We just have someone who is very, very, very close. Like I think I took half of her hit points. Yeah. There's like Gwenvalia, there are multiple levels of turning.
Ooh.
So, Aveline, what are we throwing down on the vampire in the corner, who is no longer bloodied, by the way?
Judge question.
Yeah.
For Channel Divinity, Divine Spark,
Yeah.
the spell reads as if it can either heal the target
Not
or
a spell. It's a channel divinity. So it's
or
a,
yeah,
it's a
it's a
feature.
thingy.
Yeah, you target something and it either takes damage or gets hit points back. It's
Okay.
It's healer bane.
Okay, so it's a 50-50. Could be good or bad.
No, you choose.
Oh, I get to choose if it heals or hurts?
Yeah.
Oh, I was reading that as like a rant. Oh, this is way better. Okay, we're gonna do that.
No, versatility.
I was like, that sounds kind of sucky. Why would I want to do
You're
that?
not in weird. That's not how you roll.
Hey,
Balance. The law. Ooh, craziest.
I thought you said
giant.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do Divine Spark.
You wish to heal or damage?
I wish to damage.
Okay, go ahead and click Divine Spark on the table.
It doesn't click.
It's not a clickable.
No, it's not a click.
Is there an information or speech bubble next to the name of it?
Yes, let me. There we
Speech
go.
bubble. Perfect. Okay, so go ahead and roll a d8, and
Okay.
you are presenting the symbol towards Doru as your action. He is going to make a Constitution saving throw.
Why is there an X on Faye?
Faye is down.
Oh, was that the okay? Sorry. No, I just correlate X's with dead. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I just noticed that.
dying. For some reason, my
The like prone thing.
my emoji symbols are not like on there. I need to reapply them. And
Oh,
refresh.
okay.
I think it's when I
Because I'm-
updated it to Jumpstart, it didn't take it with it. So
Gotcha.
that'll work. It'll take 1d8, and it's a damage type radiant or necrotic. I assume you're going with radiant, right?
Oh yeah, we're doing radiant.
Yeah, for sure. That'll bring it back down to bloodied.
And that didn't count as my action, did it?
It is as a magic
Oh, okay.
action. Yep.
Okay, that's all right still.
Okay. You still have a bonus action. If you have healing word, you could cast it because that's not a
Yes.
spell.
Um,
And I don't think that's a rule in this edition anymore.
our okay, one elf is good. The other elf is
Down.
hanging
And
on.
still
Okay.
being held onto by Doru.
Okay, we're gonna. I don't know if I should. Bro, where are you? Oh, there you are. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do healing word for our
Okay. Roll it.
dying friend.
In the meantime, Gwenvalia will, no longer kind of in her position of coolest defense, will lance forward with the Kolion sword once again. She will hit. She will not hit. 13. Misses. Okay. So as she kind of lances forward, the hand that was trying to cause her to back away just slaps the edge of the sword astride. Drumgar. Stab and smite.
Yeah. I'm gonna. That'll miss.
Oh no.
Okay. Bay, you are prone in that position. You are still blessed. I mean, not like blessed, like narratively, but like mechanically, you have blessing. Standing up is half your movement, rounded down. So you got 20 feet of movement if you want to.
Okay. Fucking sheet.
Oh, also, what's your maximum hit points, Faye?
24, but I guess I take it down to 10 now.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure. I saw it. Yeah, got it. Cool.
It just took me like 20 minutes to change.
It'll miss. Oh, the dueling shield. We're waiting for Bay's attack to come in, right?
Yeah.
I think you should click your attack if attack is your intention during Zach's turn. That way, it's like I attack. See, I believe in you. I've always have. But I would say you can move into Gwenvalia's space. As a bonus action, you can take the disengage action. Step into Gwenvalia's space, bring forward Shatter Spike, and then step back into your space with kind of like a jump back away. You won't take an opportunity. Huh?
Do I have Shatter Spike?
Why wouldn't you?
I thought
had
you said it's
No, it sits on the ground near you when you fell over. I mean, you pick it up,
okay.
rush forward, and
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
then
If it will-
disengage to back away so you don't get an opportunity attack.
Yeah, that.
And then as Bay finishes that attack, Bay, you are prone. Or no, you're not. You're still in my grasp. I haven't had a chance to drop you. So, yeah. If I bite you again, I could probably kill you.
Isn't that what a vampire would do?
I mean, it literally is what a vampire is going to do if I'm still holding on to Faye when her turn cycles around.
Vampire's gonna vampire.
Vampire's got a vampire. And I told you, expect the worst. I hate to kill a character, but
No, you
But-
don't.
Are they
we'll
That's a
never
considered?
mix them up
lie.
again.
It's a blatant lie.
Or a helicopter flies in after the morning light at the church, and then another fucking drow elf with a hair perfectly parted in the middle drops down. Hi,
Yeah,
I'm
we're actually
Zaybas.
triplets.
I'm
Wait,
Zay.
we're actually
Zaybas.
triplets.
They're triplets. It's their long lost sister.
Yeah.
Or it's actually their great 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 grandmother.
Still looks about as young as they do.
Yeah, I do want to make sure that you understand. Whatever character you do end up playing to replace your current character, they're from here, so
They're from here.
there's no way you're getting an outsider.
Well, I was still whispering. You're just gonna have to deal
You
with
are
that.
you are blessed, so go
Oh.
ahead and roll a d4.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with this until after my turn,
Totally fine.
or it'll take me another 10
So
minutes
that
to
attack
change.
will hit. So go ahead and I'm gonna click the damage for you because I think it'll go faster. It did, and that's massive. Okay, so you step into Gwymbalia's space, kind of snaking around her in the almost same dance-ish way that she did with you while you were unconscious, slamming your blade into his side. He, in response, just horrified, even though the feeling of life is returning to Faye in his hands, he just drops her. So you will be prone at your turn,
Yeah.
Faye, and then turns his attention towards the two annoying, and I would say cool, probably hot girls over to his side here. He has to deal with. Faye, you are prone next to him. How would you like to proceed? He's not paying attention to you. If you want to disengage and crawl away, that is an option. You could also go YOLO and attack.
YOLO.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah,
This is how we do.
You
Oh,
stand
my
up,
goodness.
kind of in a kneel, and rush forward with this silver dagger.
Mm-hmm.
No way she rolls another crit.
Man, our rolls are so shit.
You rush it forward, and you see him kind of
No.
just offhandedly, without even much of a concern, bat it out, bat it away. It doesn't fly out of your hands unless you want it to, but he just kind of knocks the dagger astride, no problem. Inware.
All right.
Hit my strength thing, so ignore that.
To start, I'm going to use my innate sorcery as a bonus action.
Okay.
So advantage. So all right,
Let's go.
get tired of this shit.
Advantage.
Advantage on the attack roll.
Advantage.
Are you blessed?
No. Meta,
No!
meta magic. Seeking spell. Since I missed, I can roll again.
Please do.
Oh.
And-
Let's go.
Hold on, let me read the wording here. If you make an attack roll for a spell and miss, you can spend one sorcery point to re-roll the d20. So what that would mean
Oh.
is you're rolling the attack with advantage again. So before you roll, click the advantage tab at the top, then click the attack.
Where?
At the very top, there's a bunch of little tabs.
Found it. All right, folks. I swear to God, I'm gonna quit.
It's okay, bro.
Hey.
Okay. 16 will hit.
Woo!
Let's see that char damage.
Boom.
Burn them.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, real quick, this is a first
And
level
then-
spell, right?
Yeah.
You belted 3 first level spells.
Yes. Chaos.
Worth
Okay.
it.
Okay, and then you take 6 as it feedback burns
Yep.
you because you're shooting the fire. Your hands are actually kind of singeing, and you can see the gray skin kind of boiling red and pink as this one fires through. And as you kind of brush over Faye, and she's still kind of like down. The dagger's knocked out of her hand with like a loud clang and skitters across the basement floor. You just stand over her and like focus this flame. For everyone else in the room becomes this bright red, sun-like space as he focuses all of his innate energy into this spell. And for those of you who are close enough, you see Inweir in this like moment, kind of flashing in the firelight as himself, and then for a moment as this other Goliath. There's a Goliath that is more princely, more regal looking, that seems to be doing the same action as him, and then it flashes back. You don't see much of Doru, because through the process of that fire burning into him, he's just this bright light. And once everything is all said and done, there is a massive hole that bored out his entire rib cage, and Doru's body, smoking and still kind of cindering in that space, falls to the ground lifeless.
About fucking time.
It was worth it.
Let's go.
And
Then
yeah,
he looks
Duly
at his hand and
noted.
goes, looks at his hand and goes, oh, 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 oh.
for
But you
the
just read him like, oh, I didn't know you could do that.
for the One Piece nerds in the group and in the chat, yeah, I just gave him an impact frame. Fuck you. I can do what I want.
Hell
Doru
yeah.
I'm
lies-
the DM.
Let's go.
Doru lies dead in this space. Gwenvalia kind of averted her face as the heat of the char spell smashes into him. And everyone kind of breathes out a sigh of relief. And then he gets back up. No, I'm kidding. No, he's a spawn. He's dead. That is it for him.
Call me a zone.
Huh?
Can you call me a zone?
No. I said
Never
that.
mind.
No. Garp has impact frames. He's not a zone.
Oh, I heard something else.
Impact frames. Anyway.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Anyway.
With that being said and done, the conflict is over. I'll just go ahead and pass it to you folks to kind of figure out the aftermath. We'll start with the boss. Null, what are we doing?
Gonna check if everybody's alright.
I was thinking of a
Do you
rumble
like
ball.
the runes and
I get you. No, you're not.
well, Nick.
You're no chopper. You see that Faye is really messed up. There is a paleness to her lavender skin, and you can also see that the veins around the neck area seem to be more vibrant or pronounced, and the wound on her neck seems to be kind of coated with a necrosis, which you, as a Topaz Dragon, you're kind of familiar with. You would see too that Bay has a similar neck problem. Looks like both of them are.
Please tell me
Yeah.
he did
Oh,
the same.
I'm sorry.
Man, that's-
Hold on.
what a
Pause. Elizabeth, what the fuck, man?
Wait, what did you say?
What did they say?
Wait.
She said
what's going on?
R.I.P. Ace for One Piece fans. Heinous.
Oh.
That is heinous. How dare... Ace is a guy who got blasted through the chest and died.
Oh.
That is pretty funny that I did it with the fire.
Oh, that's so
No.
heinous. I can't believe you.
Too
Why would
soon.
you say it?
Okay.
Too
yeah,
soon. Too soon.
Not too soon. That was like
I
hundreds of
know.
episodes ago.
Oh my.
That was the joke.
Just give them the piece of your mind.
180
What?
episodes.
Yeah,
Too
there's like
soon.
thousands, yeah. Okay, so no, you check on everybody. Drumgar.
Nobody's down right now, right?
No, everybody's fine. Yeah, I would have kept the initiative going if there was dead people or dying people.
Yeah. Yes. He. I guess I'll start looking around, seeing if there's anything else down here other than this body.
Okay.
Didn't really check for
No
anything.
rolls or anything are necessary. Faye, what are we doing?
what side did I get bit on the same side of my neck as Bay?
Roll a d20.
Lindsay's.
It was if he was drawn to the bangs. You were both bit on the side that your hair parts to.
So that works.
So if you look at Bay, other than like, because even identical twins have like slight differences, like, and obviously you two do as well. But like if you look at her, it's like looking at a reflection because the hair is parted the same way as it would if you were looking in a mirror, and the neck bite is in the same place. The neck bites are not identical. Bay's is way worse. But yeah.
Can I like get some antiseptic and kind of like dab it on them?
You know that time is the only thing that will burn that clean. Okay. So Faye, you look to Bay and see that she was also. I mean, and Bay, this is the first time you acknowledge that because you were unconscious when it happened, and you saw her being, manhandled when you woke up. But yeah, the nature of the bite wasn't prevalent yet. Say anything to each other? No?
I wouldn't. I'm just gonna sit on the ground next to the dead body and just like.
Well, what happened?
Did we lose somebody?
I think
Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny's not here.
Oh,
Oh, on that note, I'm gonna be right back. And Inward's just wrapping his hands.
Got it.
Faye would go over to Faye. And then I don't know, she'd just kind of check and make sure she was okay, like crouch down in front of her.
Sure.
I don't know that they would talk a whole lot.
For
Kind
sure.
of do that weird twin thing where they're really quiet and weird.
Yeah. Okay. Aveline, is there anything in particular you're wanting to do in this phase?
I'm going to just, I don't know, pray for their doomed soul.
Okay. And Faye, you're obviously connecting with your sister a bit. And then John is wrapping his hands. In this time that's very quiet and somber, you're surprised by the amount of sound that starts to happen. Sounds that might have been going on throughout the entirety of the conflict, but due to the echoey nature of the basement and the heat of the conflict, you're not for certain. It almost sounds like dozens of claws are being rent against wood upstairs.
Oh God.
And the baying of the hounds of hell itself are screaming outside. Muted slightly due to the fact that you are in a basement, but present nonetheless. If you return upstairs, is that what we're doing?
If there's nothing else down here, yeah.
Yeah, it's empty besides. And the only thing Doru has on him is a pair of pants, which are little more than sackcloth.
Oh,
But
fuck
if
that.
You
If they were
ascend.
deep enough, I'm gonna take them.
Are they fresh though? Are they fresh?
Are they funky fresh?
If you come back upstairs, the sounds are immediately more prevalent. It sounds like whatever was happening to this place before, whatever was happening to the Kolyan house before, is happening again. Through the barred windows, you can see shadows dancing, playing at your eyes, looking like tricks. You can see bright red eyes reflecting the lights inside of the space. You can see the crosses hanging on the walls, placed there in specific orders, shaking and quaking. Some of them steaming with identify heat. And outside the front door, there are gaps in the wood, very slight. But outside in the front yard, like at the point where the road is about to descend down the hill, you see a massive black carriage.
Are we
When you-
playing like? Oh, sorry.
Oh, so when you've seen it before, go ahead.
So you said we're doing like regular vampire rules, like with these guys, right? Like.
So if you want to go ahead and roll religion, I'll give you as much information regarding vampires as you would know.
Okay.
That is very high, and considering your background, that makes sense. Vampires in setting. There are stages of turning from a human to a vampire. Vampires began as a curse of godhood on mankind. It was one of several curses which led to the covenant of the Ascended being formed. The parasite king, Vaticus, drained mortals for pleasure, and was stopped by the other gods and also by the Ryomand dynasty of Osiria. His blessing, or his curse, is something that can be imbued in others. It can be done by rite, a ritual that has long since past been forgotten, and is ancient, old, and probably very hard to find. With a 25, you might have known like how it operated, but you don't know exactly how that ritual would work. How it works from vampire to human in the more traditional sense is upon biting a human, there is a bond, a sanguine bond that is made, established. It is not one that is fully connected yet, and one that can be kind of purged away through sunlight, through holy water, through regular ritualistic kind of blessings. If a vampire desires for a being to be his thrall or his spawn, a vampire will drain that individual of its life force entirely, killing it. Upon death, it will come back as a spawn subservient to the vampire. A spawn has a chance of becoming a vampire, much in the same way a human that a vampire wants to become a vampire becomes a vampire. If a vampire is brought near to death 3 times, or a human is brought near to death 3 times by the same vampire and then finally drained, that initial bond I mentioned will be complete and locked, and so the vampire's curse will pass to the human fully and completely. A vampire spawn is a vampire and has traits in line with a vampire, but it doesn't have its own agency. It is at the mercy of the vampire. Whereas a true vampire that is sired by a vampire still has its agency and is considered an equal to the initial vampire, though truth be told, the sire is typically stronger than the newborn vampire. Yeah, any questions in that framework that you'd have regarding vampirism inside?
Can they just come in? Can they like
They can't come in. No, sorry,
Okay.
yeah, sorry. The rules you're looking for. They cannot be allowed in unless they are asked to enter by the person who owns the establishment, not just anybody. It has to be a formal invitation. They can't pass over running water unless they are encased in their coffin, which is also encased in the dirt of their land. Due to the nature of the place that we're in, the running water rule doesn't matter to Gulthias, because everything is his homeland, and he is the land, from what you understand thus far. But But yeah, he can't come in unless he's invited in. And also the Holy Crosses are going to bar him and his minions from entering.
Cool.
But they are working at it.
They're still trying.
If they tear the entire place down, there is no place to enter.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
It doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon, but they are definitely working at it. And it is scary. If they can get access into the space with werewolves, they might be able to drive you out of the church. But with that, you can see that outside there's probably about a dozen of these minions currently tearing at the windows, tearing at the doors, and outside of the front door with the holes that have been created this evening, you can see a massive black carriage which you've seen before. It was the carriage that the invitation for you was delivered from. Gwenvalia, upon arriving at the top space, will move to the altar. And you can see her kind of trying to stay away from the front door. She places her, she goes to her knees at the altar and starts praying. It sounds like she's trying to recite the words of the prayer that the priest was saying earlier, that you were also saying in vain. And then every so often will kind of turn over her shoulder and look back at the door, kind of like woefully or wantingly.
I don't know. I can at least help her. I can help her out.
Okay. And then what is everyone else doing? Anyone?
I guess I'm gonna check outside and see if anything has come up on us. Can I open these doors?
Do you want to open the front
I wouldn't
door?
do that.
The front doors are
I
barred.
wouldn't do that.
It's not
I would-
barred. If it's barred, then no.
Yeah.
But there's no windows or anything I can see out the front, right?
Well, if you want to click the door open again, you're not going to see much of anything because I don't have any things out there. It's more theater of the mind where we're at. But there are a couple of creatures clawing at the front doors. They have torn through a bit. And then beyond them, in the holes that they've torn, you can see the massive black carriage. The carriage would be basically here-ish.
To the same guy that delivered the invitation to on the carriage. Oh no.
There is a driver on the top. It's not the same guy who delivered the message, though.
Okay. Is he like far away enough that we can't really tell, make out his appearances, or?
He just looks like a cloaked figure with the reins in his hand.
Yeah.
The 8 massive black steeds kind of, holding up a lot of your eye view, especially since that seemingly at night they have changed somewhat. It looks like their eyes are now glowing bright fire red, almost like campfires themselves kind of emanating from their eyes.
Gotcha.
Anybody doing anything in particular? Aveline is helping Gwenvalia with her prayers. Drumgar's kind of looking out the door, seeing kind of fingers kind of come into the small hole and kind of tear at the wood a little bit. It's very heavy oak, and you can also see the fingers burn a bit when they touch the inside of the building.
I want to lay down on these pews and try to
Get some rest.
yeah.
Absolutely. What about you, Bay? Same.
Same.
Basically laying on the pews, and your heads are touching, so your feet are pointing in different directions. Entering the dreaming together. Love that. In where? Zach's like, I'm gonna go outside.
Yeah, right.
I want to see anything out there.
I was just like,
It's more like
whoa.
posting suspicious.
Yeah, there's
Not,
stuff
like,
out
going
there.
out.
There's stuff
I
out there.
wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
This is obviously not the greatest music for it, but we're going to switch the music here in a second once everybody's decided what they're doing and where they're at.
I mean, I guess I'll just rest too. I don't really have anything to do.
And Null?
He is thinking of what to do right now. Because this basically just happened, right? Because this didn't happen before you went down to the...
Yeah, they must have
Basement, right?
they must have came out when you were downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Noel right now is pondering on what to do with
Holding
two
position
under...
kind of in the hallway, looking towards everyone else.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about you? I think that's everybody, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
So in that
Where's
moment,
the priest?
go ahead.
Where's the priest?
Priest is in his bedroom,
Oh, he's in
probably
his...
still crying or possibly passed out,
There's
or something worse. I don't want to get into it.
I don't want to work anymore.
Mm.
What's that? I don't want to work anymore.
No, I said people don't want to work anymore. I was joking.
I get you. I understand what you're
The
saying.
man just lost his son.
I know. Yeah. I was,
That is no excuse.
As you
terrible work ethic.
in this economy,
Yeah, right.
This is Gulthias' America.
as you try to get rest or try to kind of understand the situation as it stands, Drumgar, looking up at the carriage, you see the carriage door open. Out from the carriage steps the man from the paintings, the man from your dreams, the man you know to be Gulthias Torinor. He looks to the church and opens his hand outwards towards the church. Winvalia Koyan, come to me. Be my bride. And when he says this, it emanates through the entirety of the church. Everyone hears him say these words. And Gwenvalia turns and looks over her shoulder, her prayer stopping, hanging on her lip as it begins to quiver. And she rises from her kneeling and starts to walk towards the door.
No,
don't
Hey.
let her go. Don't let her
Hey,
go.
What are you doing?
Do you attempt
I
to
wanna-
stop her, Aveline?
Yes, I want to grab onto her.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh God.
You grasp a hold of her, but she kind of wriggles herself free of you and kind of moves past with a bit of a stride and stepping up to Null as Null says, "What are you
Wait.
doing?" You'll get your chance. Null, you say, "What are you doing?" It looks like she's going to brush past you without addressing you. Do you wish to do anything else besides?
Grab her.
He's gonna. Honestly, he doesn't really care, but you know.
she's gonna open the
Do
door.
it for Aveline. Do it for...
Aveline looks at you with a pleading face. Please stop her.
I guess you would try to stop her.
Athletics.
Probably half-heartedly, but
You can roll
Aren't
with
we
disadvantage
buddies?
if you want to.
No.
wow.
yeah. Disadvantage, you say?
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't need
Is
it.
that? Oh no.
She strides past
Oh.
you and moves towards the door, in where you
Oh.
kind of stand there, looking to everyone else. Do you wish to try and stop her at all?
Yeah. How do I use a wand?
What are you trying to use the wand?
Wand of paralysis.
It's really good.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh snap!
That's really good. That's very, very good. I like that a
Touche.
lot. So you expend one of the 7 charges on it, and then I need to make a DC 15 saving throw, which I will roll in Shadow because she's currently acting against the agency of the party.
Ooh.
You hold up the wand, you look to it again, remembering the word that you identified from it, and then you speak the magic word, and as you do, you see her look at you and go, "Ah!" And her body kind of seizes and locks in place in like mid-stride, and she falls to the floor.
Sure.
Hmm.
What do you do in response? You know that she's only going to be paralyzed for about a minute.
Tyra,
Yep.
You move to
sorry,
Tyra.
honey.
Yeah.
He's not good for you.
Intervention.
You tie her up. You see Gulthias
Hmm.
standing there, and as she kind of locks in place and you start to tie her up, his hand kind of closes. You are still invited.
I want to like peek
Hmm.
behind Noel and like stick my tongue out at him.
But no,
What's for dinner?
he said, you're still invited. But know this. If you travel with the promised one, you must bring her to me. If you do not, I will never forgive you. I
Okay.
shall leave, but I will leave you with something to keep you occupied throughout the night. Sweet dreams. And then you also hear him say in perfect drow, especially to you. And then he closes the door of his carriage, which sunders down the hill, leaving you to a very brief moment of quiet. And then the claws begin pawing and digging at the church once again.
Never said what was for dinner.
Right?
That is actually extremely rude. You're right.
And like, what are we supposed to wear? He didn't give us any sort of.
I mean, if there isn't at least steak tartare, I ain't showing up. Shrimp cocktail minimum.
Right?
Hmm.
Gwenvalia is paralyzed at this moment, and then tied up. And then, do you take her anywhere in specific?
Throw her in the dungeon.
No.
The dungeon.
Throw her down the stairs.
And then he's like, I will pray to keep her safe. And you're like, you know what? Fuck it. You go downstairs, just kill her too.
With my knowledge of vampirism, is there any way to kind of like heal the person from the process of being turned, or
So if the first kiss is applied, and it is the intent of the vampire to turn her, 24 hours is required to heal it. If the second kiss is applied, an entire moon is required to pass before she is
Damn.
free.
that's like a month then?
That's right. And it's
Hmm.
been about, according to what she said in the home, about a 6 day, which means you probably have 3 more 6 days to go before, or 4 more 6 days to go before that's going to be not a problem. So traveling far into a place that he won't be able to get you is best. He knows you're here, and you know why he knows you're here, because of Doru.
Guys, we can't let him have her.
I guess.
Noel just shrugs. I mean, all right.
And
What
She's
do we
like,
Yeah, I don't get it.
she looks like a little kid, like that's like really wants something for Christmas, but like sad about it. Like,
I mean,
we can't let this happen.
he's gonna.
if it is
Wait,
your
why do you care? Why do you care so much?
It's not. I mean, it's not
So-
really necessarily about her. It's
I-
more about.
I want to stress something too. So I did mention in the chat, and I want to reiterate this because it's kind of important. She, to you, even though you're separate species, she is very, very, very beautiful. No, and I don't mean that to be like a kind of vapid thing. I mean to say, like, when I mention this kind of enthralling beauty, if you don't see her as such, if you look at her as something as kind of like something you'd allow to die, something you'd allow to just pass, you're foregoing the benefits of focusing on her as something beautiful.
Okay.
Gwenvalia, and again, I don't want to force it on you, so if you want to play it that way, absolutely. But there is
Mhm.
something about her that the very land itself sees her as beautiful. Like the
Hmm.
entirety of this space that you're in seems to love her.
Okay.
I mean,
Gotcha.
you think he's gonna kill her? Because that would suck.
Oh, even worse. He's gonna make her marry him.
Oh,
Okay.
crap.
Was
Yeah,
it hot?
Mm, that'd be
But you
quite unfortunate.
What?
Damn.
What did you say, Magpie?
would you want to marry that guy?
He's got money, right?
Go ahead and put the picture back up again.
She, Aveline like
And-
kind of throws up a little bit in her mouth and like just like
Just
I mean, he does have a fearsome reputation. I mean, to not even speak
Got a
his
whole
name,
chariot.
to strike fear among the local populace. Now that's I'm a
You
bit
seem
envious.
boring.
he's a bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got a chariot.
Everybody turns and looks at Evelyn like, yeah.
You're cute. Okay.
Wait, Aveline, what were you doing in that crypt that we were all in? What
Yeah,
was
why
your
would you there?
purpose for being down there?
I-
The ziggurat?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it wasn't her family crypt.
there was a pillar of her like in one of the rooms, right? I'm not misremembering that.
There was a pillar that looked like her, but it was a weird doll like
Oh, okay.
it looked like her, but with like ball joints and like she looked like a marionette.
Oh, maybe it's one of those prophecy things, Faye.
I mean, I know why we were down there.
Oh.
We're not the best characters
Buddy.
to be around. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't really.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Buddy.
I would definitely be fantastic.
I really wish I'd gotten like ambiance of werewolves clawing at the walls. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure that's clear.
I'm
That's
sure.
Still
I'm sure that's an
happening.
ASMR. I'm sure that's an ASMR
I
thing.
100% believe
Oh,
that
God.
it's definitely.
For edgy people.
Wolves clawing at the
Well,
church doors for
I-
edgy people. That's the ASMR name.
Yeah.
Please Google
Yeah, all
and
the
play,
golf kids around like where I live do that.
Oh my
for
god.
sure.
Emily, I don't know, shoot.
Mm.
I want to tell you guys, but I don't think you're gonna believe me if I tell you what I know.
I mean, we
Hey.
did just kill a vampire kid in a basement.
Yeah. What's the harm telling us?
And I got punched through a wall by a ghost earlier, so like tell us, I don't know.
Well, okay. It's really weird. I don't know how I woke up outside of the ziggurat, but I have a lot of memories. Namely, there's a memory of me basically being ripped from my own body and turned into something else, and it was horrible. But when I woke up, I'm like back to normal, and so I don't know if that's telling me that it's gonna happen. I'm really not sure, but it's almost like a reoccurring dream. And I just know that that man has something to do with it.
hmm
Hmm.
Hmm.
That is.
Your family got
I-
like seers in it? Like you see futures or
I don't know. I feel like I've lived an entire different life, but I don't really. She's like distressed, like kind of like not sure how to describe.
all right.
Hmm.
I mean, if you think we should protect this lady, I guess, like whatever.
I just know what he's capable of, and I don't want anyone to suffer, especially not her,
Hmm.
because she's really pretty.
She is.
Oh.
I've heard worse
Mm.
reasons to take Enerzone.
Right?
By this point,
Well-
she'll have regained like mobility. She does try to escape the bonds that she's in for a brief few moments, and then just kind of starts breaking down and crying. Past this point, there really isn't going to be much that you'll be able to engage with her with before she just passes out from tiredness and just despair.
Well, that's above my pay grade. If you guys want to deal with that, I'm not.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't.
Oh,
Everyone just like looks at Aveline.
Yeah.
She's crying. You should do something about it.
Again,
Why?
you'll just toss her on.
Aveline's almost like on the verge of tears, and she's just like, ugh.
You just pick her up and toss her onto Doru's bed. It's probably the place you put her anyways. And,
Yeah.
you know, don't close the door. Have somebody watching her at all times. And then you start trying to cycle through a sleep cycle. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you are trying to get rest, I will require a wisdom saving throw from you.
Hmm. Wait.
were those now?
Wisdom saving throws, they should be up there.
Wait, we
Top
doing
right.
like a short rest, or we doing like
Long rest.
long
Oh.
rest? We doing long? Oh, okay.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, there's a long rest button. That's nice.
There's a long rest button.
Forgot to
Yeah.
turn advantage
It's
of.
okay. We know how that works when you do that. Just the first roll.
For the love
Uh.
of God, click the button.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a couple weeks later we'll get Faye. So, Aveline, you are able to get rest. Faye, your trances and your dreaming, despite what Faye's will be, are convoluted and messy. You do manage to get a rest, but you come from your trance with a level of exhaustion. Inweir, you're able to get rest. Screaming is not something you're unfamiliar with in your own head. So it's just kind of something that's added to the mix. You're like, oh, this is different. New playlist. Shrungar, you are barely able to survive the night without kind of getting annoyed and waking up and twisting and turning. And Null, unfortunately, you succumb to, and Bay as well. All 30 of them coming through now. But Null and Bay, the two of you will also have a level of exhaustion.
So the first one was 16, or no, the first one was 8. All
Yep,
four of
which
them.
is why
Okay.
you have a level of exhaustion. Yep.
Where do I put that on the sheet here?
So
Let me
I
find
have
out.
no idea.
Well,
In fact,
I'll just write it down here. My
there's enough
so for 2024, exhaustion is something we'll just kind of keep track with.
no, there's a
There's a thing for it.
yeah, there's a thing. You click on it, and there's like a bunch of different conditions.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
Yes, I see it.
my sheet keeps breaking, so like I can't scroll down right now, but it's there.
So exhaustion comes in levels. The first level of exhaustion says that whenever you make a D20 test, your roll will be reduced by twice the number of level of exhaustion that you have. So you'll have a -2 to all rolls. Also, your speed is reduced by a number of feet equal to 5 times your exhaustion level. So you'll have your speed reduced by 5. To remove a level of exhaustion, you have to complete a long rest. You have completed a long rest, but the rest was what caused you to get the level of exhaustion. And if you have restless nights moving forward, you will continue to gain exhaustion despite getting the benefits of a long rest. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
But does this take off the necrotic so that me and Magpie
Yes,
have
it
health?
will suffice. So you will no longer have a reduction to your maximum hit point total either, and all of your hit points refresh. You regain a number of hit dice equal to your half. Actually, I have no idea. Short rest. Let's see what it says. I don't know if New Editions changed it.
Under conditions, at the very bottom is a tier for exhaustion. Like up to level 6. And then-
Oh,
Okay, yeah. I saw that.
So,
HIJKL.
we just press 1.
Yeah.
Level 1, yeah. If you ever have 6 levels of exhaustion, you die.
Alright,
Long rest. Benefits of a long rest. Regain all hit points and all spent hit dice. Okay, cool. So it's no longer half anymore, so I don't have to keep remembering that. People not knowing that. So yeah, all your hit dice refresh, all your hit points refresh. Very good. And then I am going to move us back to the overmap for Taranya. And you are all now at the church. Okay.
What's all this? These are graves.
Yeah. It's a graveyard behind.
Oh, when we wake up in the morning, I
Oh.
want to give Aveline those 3 books that I found yesterday. The Hymns of the Dawn, The Blade of Truth. Was just 2?
And the werewolves and the like will have left at this point. And the zombies as well.
Yeah, the 2 books that I found.
Okay.
She seems very
Okay.
excited.
But just before, like, can you check on the priest guy?
Certainly. The familiar smell of death is present when you open the door. Without saying what happened, please don't say the word that
Yeah.
he did, but he did do that. Talking about that subject
He's gonna-
matter is not a huge,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's something that's not good on the Twitch, but he did do that.
Yeah. Damn. I was hoping it.
So,
Well,
He does seem to be, if you look at it, Null, it does look like the implement of the of what happened was an Atavian cross, which he used to lance out his own throat. It is a very ornate,
Damn, I
and
was-
beautiful gold cross. I do want to say
Oh.
that though.
Well, okay, that ruins that plan. Alright.
What was the other book called? There was the Hymn of Dawn.
Hymns
Sorry.
of the Dawn and The Blade of Truth.
That's right.
Ah, that's why Sword of Justice wasn't bringing anything up.
So, are we wanting to head to one of the towns? Rex or Val?
This is gonna sound fudged up, but can you check the priest if he had anything?
The cross that I mentioned looks like it's made out of gold. It's set with garnets and other gemstones.
Oh, well, he doesn't need this now.
You
Got
take,
him so
He's gonna see. Well, he's gonna. Well, if everybody else, he doesn't
You-
care.
you
But he's
take
gonna
the-
make sure Aveline doesn't see.
you take the cross from him. You use his own vestments to wipe it clean,
Oh,
and then you
Mhm.
put it into your pocket. Being an arcanist as you are, touching it for you, you kind of get a tinge that this is a source or a connected point for the light winds, meaning to you that it's probably a magic item.
Ooh, nice. Well, he's gonna whisper to. I wish I could have done that to you first, but you know, take away my. Oh well.
But Inmir, I assume, was probably there to see the aftermath. So if you say, "Oh, he killed him," or "He did something," nobody will be like, "Well, wait a minute. You're the only witness. What are you talking about, my guy?"
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
took the weapon, like
I don't really care. You're right. He is not going to use that anymore.
Well,
Good eye, boss.
Pockets.
he nods.
I would say the best kind of descriptor I can give you for it, if you've seen Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, in that first segment, the Cross of Coronado, it's basically like that, but with like the Atavian cross.
Probably put a better use than that old man ever did, anyway.
So it's like a necklace.
All right.
Okay.
you're lucky I didn't see that. Right? I have some choice words for you.
I felt so bad.
Gwenvalia says, "Well, will we be heading to Critch, or shall we be heading to the Abbey?"
Ooh.
After last night, I'm not terribly certain in your god. She says, kind of looking towards Aveline. But if you think I'll be safest there, then
Which one
Did
was
you ever
the,
get those pies?
Yeah, which one was?
the fortified town?
Where are the pies?
where are the pies? There have been no pies. What you'll note, though, as you're kind of looking down at the town from the hilltop, is that it does look like there are some people moving about. It's not as shuttered as it was before. It doesn't look like it's busy, and most people kind of move as if they're kind of in a hurry or they have movements for purpose. But again, it does look like it is a bit more of a situation where folks are engaging with the space more.
Or I guess better sooner than later, unless any of you have any plans here.
I'm just hungry.
She will say, "Do we have a map of the region?"
Yes, we do. Who's holding the map? Because I'm pretty sure we did have a map, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks to the map, and it does now have a marker. Bear with me here as I determine the nature of markers. So she notes that this. Oh, that's not big enough. Give me that thick pen.
Do we get XP since
Yeah.
we took a long rest? Oh, sweet.
So it
Cool,
won't
cool.
be enough to get you to 4th level, but yeah. So there are a total of 6 of you, offset by 1. Goes Gwen. And then. So it'll be 300 experience.
1260.
200. Sweet.
Actually, go ahead and make it 4. Because of everything else that happened too.
So 400?
Yeah.
Okay.
The red X on the map, she states that is the town of Cratch.
Ah.
Mm. Okay. 600.
I need to find out where the Abbey is.
Did anyone else's like not let them update their EXP?
Mine did.
Broken.
If you click
Okay.
on like the search bar in the chat or above the chat, and then click back into the character sheet, it'll work.
Okay. It like would just I typed in 1360 and it
I know.
yeah, okay.
It's stupid. I hate it. But I love it also, and I hope they get everything fixed.
I do like the good things.
Yeah.
The town of Kretch is where the Abbey of Saint Markov is located.
That's pretty far.
It is.
Well.
And then the fortified town of Valak was the other one. The other option on the table, I believe. Which is this one.
Okay. So you said the fortified town is over here, and the other one.
Fortified
That
town
one?
is the one that's closest. Kretch
Okay,
is the
it's
one that's
closest.
furthest.
Gotcha. 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 So since we're making our way, we're able to do some stuff on the way there, right?
Sure.
Since he... So I have enough time to do identify, right?
Oh, you'd have enough time to do identify right now.
Oh, okay. He's gonna identify, since picked up the tome invocation, to use it on the cross.
Sure.
Discreetly.
It is an amulet of the devout +1, which is a holy symbol for either a cleric or a paladin. Gives +1 to. You'd also know it's worth about 500 gold if you just want to go that route.
I can do that.
Yeah,
but
that's absolutely within your ability. +1 to spell attack rolls and the saving throws of DCs of your spells. While you wear the amulet, you can use your Channel Divinity feature without expending one of the feature's uses. Once this property is used, it can't be used again until dawn.
Man, that's pretty
Okay.
good though.
That is pretty, but he doesn't want to shoot Evelyn because he's following. She's got to get pissed
Why
at
don't
him.
you should try it?
I
See
will-
what happens.
I will say this. She did lend your group Shatter Spike.
True.
Tradesies.
You could say,
Oh.
I found this. He obviously was never going to use it again.
Technically, we did
Hmm.
find
Yeah,
it.
and we're
Yeah, true. We did find it.
and by right, it's yours. Do we get experience for the priest? Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, no one wanted to before he did it. But I mean,
Who would ask
he
that?
beat me to it. Beat me to it.
Anyway.
Gosh damn it.
It wasn't.
Savages.
I'm sorry.
Bunch of beasts. But what I would say is as far as magical item rarity goes, you're about even Stevens if you were to pass it that way. Alternatively, it would work for Drumgar as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what this reminds me of? In our last campaign when Johnny found that scroll
Yeah.
and wouldn't give it to Zach.
Why is he always finding items and not giving them to Zach?
Johnny.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was planning to give it to Drumguard because he's known him longer than Aveline, and on top of the fact that, but
Aveline's been bringing you guys back to life.
I know, but he just met you, like,
Earlier yesterday.
yeah,
This
Oh,
is
really? It's only
crazy.
been like a day.
yeah, about a day. I mean,
2
not even-
days. You've taken too long rest.
Yeah, there's nothing nothing against you. It's
Johnny's
what
like,
normal.
I don't. It's not that I don't like you. It's that I'm beating you at Magic right now. An absolute villain.
No.
You're the worst, Johnny, and I will never forget. But that being said, are you passing it to Drumgar?
Yes.
Okay, Drumgar has
He
been
will.
identified as an amulet of the devout +1.
Just don't want to show Aveline. She might get a little heated
So
about.
now I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna see him wear it.
And then as soon as he
So-
hands it to me and says, "You don't want to show it to Aveline," he goes, "Why don't you want to show it to Aveline?"
I will say this.
Show
yeah.
me what?
And then this, and then the clatter of the chain. But I will say this: the priest was not wearing it. It's not something that you've seen. It was inside of his bedchamber. So
Oh, okay. So
it's not
no
like
one.
it's not like
Okay.
it was something that was so dear to him that he wore it all the time. Or anything.
She
Oh,
goes
okay.
over to Drumgar and she's like, "Wow, where'd you find that?"
He gave it to me.
Oh,
Mhm.
where'd you find that?
We're just ignoring the dead body, and
Naively.
I wouldn't worry about it.
we gotta go, you
Naively.
guys. We gotta go.
Alright.
Don't trouble yourself with that.
Fawned off a corpse.
And everybody's just whistling and like leaving.
Yeah.
and Inver's like pointing at ha 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 ha, and then follows behind.
It's like to your benefit, she's very young and naive, so that is something that.
So,
Respect.
kind of put us on path. You're leaving out on the old Turonia or the old Shrafania Road, heading kind of southwesterly towards the Ivlir River, which these aren't marked for you, so why am I saying the names of them? Towards the river which a bridge crosses over, right? Is that a fair assumption? Or do you wish to
think
go
so.
through the woods?
Sorry, how much was the experience points again?
400.
So we want to get here.
Do you? You're invited.
Oh.
There's red X's.
Sorry.
Sir,
There's red X's on the map. The one that's closest to
Oh,
you
I see.
is the fortified town of Valik. The one that is furthest away from you is the Abbey of Saint Markov.
You see, I had to zoom out, so
No worries.
there was that.
I mean, me as Johnny would want to go to through the woods to see all the cool critters in there, but as the character Noel, I probably
Interesting.
I probably would take the law, like not through the woods.
I want to go through the woods.
You convinced me. Yeah, let's go through the woods.
Yeah, my arm.
Okay. So you're wishing to cut through the woods straight across and make your way towards the kind of low section of the hill that Castle Torinor sits upon, right? So you can move a total of 5 hexes in a day. Actually, no, it's more than that. Way more than that. Holy shit. I'm sorry, wrong map. These hexes are like what, a mile? Right? Yeah, you can move like
Whoa!
What?
you can move like
What?
you can move like 20 of these things in a day.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're totally fine moving. Like if you hoof it, it's gonna be like a day's worth of trip to like get you to Volok, as long as you're not like there's no problems or anything in the way. Not even a full day, half a day. So road is probably the most sound route, but if you want to move through the woods, you can.
We're not the most sound people.
I know.
That's
I've seen
good.
that. Are we going through the forest?
As we steal all the clothes from
Sounds
dead people.
Is that's really happening, right? The forest.
I've never been allowed to go in the forest by myself, and that seems fun.
Okay.
God, please, no, that does sound fun.
More than fair.
That's
So everyone heads into the woods. As I mentioned, the mists are stronger in the woods. I would like for
Doing this.
the yeah, we're doing it.
we're doing. Oh, sorry.
I would like
That's
for the representative of the party to go ahead and roll a d20.
Well, that's our fearless leader who walked us into the woods.
Yeah.
That's that asshole.
Sorry, I
on your
have a
shoulders,
bit of
Captain.
bias. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie. I did make this a bit of bias because before. Hey, everything's all right, right?
Incorrect,
good.
because rolling high on this dice is bad.
Yeah, you don't want to.
He just let some nobody he met yesterday talk him into it.
It's
And
It's the
Golthias
voice in
just
his
shows
head.
up.
it's the voices in the head that's talking into it.
You should have seen the
It's
shit
me.
I talked
It's
him
me.
into.
Oh, this is so good.
Oh my god, but
Oh my goodness.
Oh no!
What have you done to us?
No, this is so good. Oh, this is so good.
God.
That was the
Damn.
absolute worst you could have done.
This is so good.
Yeah.
This is
Yep.
not. This is sadly not murder you satisfying. This is narratively for me satisfying. As you're traveling through the woods, the mists are heavy. Every so often, you can see what looks like a shadow in the mists. That looks like a person. The first one, obviously, recoil is the apprehension, defense. What's that? Everybody gets their weapons ready, checking, looking, and understanding that it's nothing. Just a playing of the mists. More and more this comes to be. Drumgar and Abilene, being religious types, you start to realize what you're seeing in the mists is a bit concerning. You've come to understand that you may not be in the material plane anymore, that instead maybe you have passed over into the land of shadow. This dread place seems to be host to many dead, and sometimes they play in the shadows. Perhaps they were once real individuals that lived in the material plane and have come to the plane of shadow against all hope and will. But perhaps some yet are echoes that were placed here, are echoes of people who were once here. Then you stumble upon what looks like a small clearing surrounded by very tightly packed copses of trees. On the largest tree, across the clearing from you, the mist seems to be cleared from this tree. The vision of it is perfectly alike. And attached to the tree, by what looks like several rusted swords, is the body of a half-elf with draconic features. His frame looks like it's rotted away quite a bit. It appears that he was stabbed and lanced, horrifically wounded in conflict, and impaled to this tree by these long swords, these blades. Aveline, without even thinking about it, you blather a name out. Magpie, what name does she say?
Belroth. Belnorin, if you want the last name.
We're using his full government name.
Yeah.
This is a government-sanctioned event, so that makes the most sense.
My tax dollars are going.
She looks very like confused and like not really even like in a way that she's like not really sure how she knows this person, but like she has very distinct like memories of them. Um, and she like is still feeling upset as if she knew this person. So it's a very like interesting experience.
I go and loot his body.
It looks like the activity has already been taken part in. By the tears at his clothing, it looks like it was done with a bit of enjoyment. The straps of a shield hang on an arm, um, and the swords inside of him all look like they are cheap, poorly made weaponry. But as you
Oh,
kind of
that's
scuffle through the body, Faye, you see from behind the tree a shadow, the draconic face, come around the corner and look at you. An echo of a thing. Some draconic warrior, out of character that might have been summoned by one who's currently impaled to the tree.
Hmm?
And as it leans forward, it reaches out to try and touch you. Roll initiative. We gotta put some tokens on the board.
God!
Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
Whoa!
We needed some
Great.
drama up in here. Don't worry, guys.
This is just, she had a fresh start and now she's just getting re-traumatized all over again.
Got to do the traumatizing. Okay, so
That's what builds character, I
okay,
guess.
this will be a very quick fight.
Fighting his own dad.
This will be a very quick fight. I'm just putting tokens on there so you can select them. And
Oh yeah, gotta
Yeah.
do
Do we
that.
get the wait? Do we get the -1 on here too? Right. This is all.
it should auto add. We'll check the math after it drops, though.
The math does not add
No,
math.
it does not. Yeah, it is not mathing.
So just subtract 1 from it and change it.
Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes they computer.
That is so funny. That is so funny that I would roll that. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put a chart up. That's great. There it is. Okay. Okay. So it looks like the people who have rolled, looks like everybody rolled. It just didn't put you on there for some reason. Probably tokens not selected. That's fine. Yeah, just add it and put yourself in there, and then don't forget to subtract 1 if you're exhausted. But it looks like everybody's really, really fast. So Faye, you appear to be the fastest. What would you like to do in response to this strange dragon shadow coming around the tree there?
Dodge and dodge and step back.
I don't know how to put myself on initiative tracker.
Yeah, I don't either.
Right click your token and then you can add turn.
Ooh.
There you go.
You learn something new every day.
I guess, what the fuck? I guess I have to go back to the town of Tarania, into the church, grab her token, edit, update default token, save. Stop being a jerk, computer.
Oh, yep. There's 12,000
Just
initiative.
next time, just click it the one time and expect it to come out.
So my browser keeps crashing and saying, "Do you want to wait?" So like,
No. You don't. Just you want to kill your browser, I think.
yeah.
Oh wow, that's funny. Because this map is keyed to a different metric. It's it's instead of counting it as 15 meters, it's counting it as 15 miles. That's funny. Okay, so no aura for her in this space. But yeah, Faye, what would you like to do since you are first? Or Faye, since you are first, what would you like to do? Attack the shadow with your cool magic sword?
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, Faye is adjacent, or you're adjacent. I don't think anyone else would be because you were the one who scrungled through the material. So go ahead and make an attack.
Okay. 1 second. Let me scroll, please.
No.
Oh my god.
Okay, since you're stabbing, and that's pretty expected, I'm gonna go ahead and click it for.
No, I almost got it. Hold on.
I believe in myself, please. Hey, you're up on deck. What would you like to do, Faye? Since it's just gonna be stabbing from the sister.
Well, since she's going first and she's attacking, then I'm gonna attack. Otherwise, I would have just kind of like backed away slowly.
Got it.
Short bow. Does a 22 hit?
Yep. Okay. And depending on the result of Bay here, I just want to wait for it. You sure you don't want me to click it?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't give a shit.
I'm sorry, your computer sucks. It's not my fault. Yeah, that hits. And murders. Okay, so you stab the shadow to death. When it's defeated, the corpse on the tree, whose hand appeared to have been kind of clenched tightly, falls open. And a single piece of dragon scale drops down to the ground.
I'll pick it up.
You have a piece of dragon scale.
Neat.
I would like to pick it up.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Okay. Simple encounter. How would you like to proceed?
Go back to the road.
Okay. Are we going back to the road?
Well, I'm not. That's my 2 cents.
I think we should get back to the road. Is that fair?
That is fair. Might have fun in the woods.
Good idea, boss. Let's go back to the road.
All right.
You travel back and make it back to the road. Kind of at a. Someone make a survival roll.
Not it.
The leader.
Oh shit. All right, that's fair.
Or whoever has it. Honestly, you'd probably yield to them as leader.
Hmm.
I have a decent wisdom.
They have +1, so it's probably not me.
I have
Nobody
a
has-
-1.
Nobody
I
has
have
survival trait?
I don't have it trained, but I have plus.
I have it trained, and it's a +1. With it trained, I'm a big old dum dum. Like, I don't know what to
I don't
tell you.
have it
Adeline,
trained.
Adeline, go ahead and roll survival.
All right, carrying the party.
It makes sense. You're the native.
Don't know
here.
how we're alive, but you know.
Instead of doing anything crazy, once you kind of realize you don't know exactly how to get back to the road precisely, you head back exactly the way you went. And with that 10, you're able to tell exactly the direction you went. But even with that, you feel like you might have gotten lost quite a bit. so you waste a bit more time than you were expecting coming back out. So I'd say like a good portion of like an hour is spent just trying to find your way back through the woods and even getting to that point in the first place.
Wow. The forest is really overrated.
The road allows you to move
Agreed.
by very quickly.
It's not what it's chalked up to be.
No.
When you get back to the road and make your way southbound, you can see the river Iblir. The river flows as clear as a blue winter sky through the entirety of the vale here of Trepania. As you move to the very massive stone bridge, a structure that appears to be much older than even the town. Like, this is very ancient construction. Historically, this would be Malbolgian construction from old Osiria. You see that on the other side of the bridge, there's a lady pushing a cart, kind of an older lady pushing a cart, and the mist swells kind of about you, but it seems that she is emanating a mist from her cart. It looks like steam, more or less.
She has a fog machine.
And I'm like, it's not like.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you.
No, you're good.
You're the one.
You know you are.
No,
You're
you.
the one. It's you. What were you gonna say?
Well, I guess I just got something funky in a wagon back over there.
It's like a cart. It's almost like a hot dog
Cart.
cart
Nice.
made out of wood.
Oh.
Oh,
Then did the exclamation point just form over your head?
yeah.
Is it pies?
Is that
Pie?
pies? That's right.
She,
Finally.
as you kind of meet along the length of the bridge, which is a decent size, she looks to you and she says, "Oh, hi!" And she's an older lady, kind of squat, a bit sizable, and completely just like, blank-faced but smiling. "Where you come from? Tarania? Yeah, we're heading west. Where are you going, young folks?"
Oh, that way.
Oh, that's okay. To the point. Very good. Direct. Well, if you have a couple of silver, I'll sell you a delicious meat pie.
But while we're waiting for these.
Ah,
Word.
of course. And she'll open some doors on the top of her thing, reach in, and pull out with like a floured hand a pie. It's about maybe 5 inches in diameter.
When you said mist, is it like the bad mist?
No,
Is
steam's coming off of it.
Okay.
It's steam. I was trying to
Bad mists.
explain that
Yeah.
it's misty,
I-
but also steam exists, which is also
Oh.
like
Right.
mist.
Oh,
Right.
I missed that.
Ah.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna actually retcon that whole part because I think instead what you would have seen is Inweir kind of just start floating off, right, in his nose.
Yeah, like a friggin' Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
She holds it out
He
and
just-
she holds out the other hand, like expecting the silver that I asked for.
Gotta pay the lady.
Wait, do I have money?
go get your pie, Inward. Wait here.
Do you have money?
Oh shit.
I assumed I did. I don't. Oh
Yeah.
no.
It's up at the top of your inventory. If you look at your thing, there's like a small little tab of things. There should be an inventory tab.
Yeah. So guess who did not move that over from my other thing?
You?
Me.
Hey, likewise, because I don't see any gold.
It's
Yeah.
interesting. So then we'll just assume that you don't have that.
Whoa.
Do I need to buy you a meat pie?
What do we need?
Yes.
2 silver. You buy a total of 5 of them. You can see that Glenvalia is like, I never had an interest in these.
I'll front the money for the stupid meat pie.
So he's
do you
like half has it in his mouth as she's handing it over, and he's like, "Ooh."
Do you give her a gold, or do you actually have the change?
I only have a gold.
She takes the gold piece. Oh, and then she bites it, looks at it, and smiles. And she shows it to you. And since this is money, I assume you had on you from character creation.
I think I might. Yeah, maybe. Or I got. Yeah. That's my
The gold
default.
coin she lifts up and shows you the look of, on one side of it, Golthias, and on the other side, the dragon Ashmedea, because this is coin from this region. And she grins and says, "So, thank you so much." Which again wouldn't be anything I think anyone has the perception to note, other than Aveline. You bunch of dupes. But yeah,
Dupes.
she holds
You
that
mean
up.
plenty of perception.
You have good perception.
I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
Then we
Maybe
Yeah.
it's very distracting that Inweir eats the whole pie in one.
Oh well,
Go.
she doesn't have change. She says, "Unfortunately, you'll have to take 5."
That's
Really?
fine.
Yeah, and she'll hand out 4 more pies, and she'll hand them to Inweir if he takes them, or anyone else who wishes to consume one.
I suppose I'll take one.
I'll take one as well.
Okay, so Inweir, you're left with 1 in your mouth and 2 others, and then
Which is crazy.
Drumgar and Bay, you would eat the pie. When you bite into the pie, the meat is undefinable. You aren't quite sure what it is.
High school chow mein, got it.
It's got a certain pork-like quality to it. It definitely tastes very. It's like a gamey pork. I guess would be the best way to describe it. If that sounds interesting to you, it's also well seasoned and salted, but the meat is definitely different.
Boar, right?
Huh?
Really?
Boar.
It's really gamey.
Yeah, it's like a gamey pork. Might be wild boar. You've never had wild boar.
Have I had wild boar?
No. You lived underground for the majority of your life where boars don't exist.
I've had it. Maybe.
And then you lived in a mountain city, so also did not exist.
That's fair.
It's probably mostly birds in Ordris for food.
Right.
And then
It's not-
moles.
Oh,
Do
and
they
goat-
eat like
and goat.
moles?
They'd eat goat, mountain goat.
Oh, hell yeah. Fish.
Yeah, fish for sure, because of trade with the merfolk for sure,
Yeah.
and the sea
Moles
elves.
and earthworms down under.
Oh, well, for them it would be mostly fungus.
Not
Big
sure.
old mushroom patties.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't sound bad.
Does that
That,
at
that sounds
all,
pretty
yeah.
good, actually.
Okay, so she sells you the meat pies, and then she will continue on her way. And you will continue on yours as you progress across the bridge back into a road area that is slightly covered. Once you make it to this point here, kind of snapping around the area, you can see up ahead that the road splinters. At this bisection, you see an old wooden gallows that creaks in a chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam. The well-worn road splits here. A signpost opposite the gallows points off in 3 directions. Taranya Village to the east, Sears Pool to the northwest, and Valak to the southwest.
And we're going to Volok, right?
Yeah. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, while the northwest fork clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall, crumbling in place, crumbling in several places actually, partially encloses a small plot of graves surrounded in fog. As you approach the gallows more precisely. It is a drop gallows. I don't know if you're familiar with how a drop gallows works.
Yep.
It looks like everybody. Okay. Anybody
Yep.
have? Okay. If you don't know, just please ask.
Like, isn't that the only kind? I don't know.
No. So
No.
they're
No.
gallows where it's just they hang you and they kick something out from underneath you, or they pull you up from it.
Ah.
A drop gallows has the floorboard, like it's kind of a bit
Mm.
elevated, and then they drop you. Yeah.
I see.
And
Like
as
you
I
usually
mentioned,
see in movies.
one of the ropes does appear to be severed. As you approach, you see that lying on the ground beneath the drop gallows is a corpse. A corpse covered with fur.
Fur?
It
Oh.
almost looks like a bear
If you are.
wearing clothing.
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
What did you do, John?
Gwen will kind of look at it and say, "This was a sad time, but I remember a month ago, Matthias had caught the rebel Nodder and put him to death."
Re-traumatize Aveline again. That was her OG. It's like when we came across Belroth, but it's like even worse.
Oh my god.
You can't really catch a break, can you?
You knew this one too?
Yeah, clearly.
You do know a lot of people.
She's just like, you know, when like little kids cry and like just like snot everywhere.
Oh.
Like
Ugly
trying to
crying.
like hide her face, like.
You good? You, I might have a tissue. I don't. Maybe.
So you're of course welcome to take either path, but you must decide which way you will go from here.
You gonna do like the prayer stuff for him, or
If
Probably
you do,
wanna follow
if you
the
do
river.
move to do that, Gwen will say, "Don't. It won't be good."
oh,
Wait, when they tried to like rob him.
No. When you
Yeah, lots of-
when you move to like do last rites or something,
Oh.
she says, "Don't. I wouldn't approach. It won't be good."
Should probably follow the road to the river. That's my vote.
well, I mean, we're going to that one place that I can't remember the name of now.
Yeah, according
minutes
to
later.
the road signage, the southwest path leads to Balak.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whereas the northern path leads to something called the Seer Pool.
based on the map, they go to the same place.
That's a fair argument. But you're looking at the map and you go, "Oh, this must be this crossroads," and then you recognize that. But also, out of character, do you think your character would recognize that in actuality? I know that John, the player, does, but I just want to be sure. Like, if it's something you think.
Well,
you
he's
thought,
he may talk funny and be a little simple, but he's not an idiot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, you say they seem to go to the same place.
Okay.
Okay. So you're making your way up the northern road, right? So the right path, not the left
That's up
path.
to the group, I guess. I'm just suggesting.
No, which way are we going?
His mic is funny.
Johnny.
His mic's not working.
Type it. System issues all night.
Hmm.
Okay. So you take your path towards the northern road by Noel's statement. John, not Johnny, John, since you were the one who kind of advocated for this path with map looking, go ahead and roll a d20. Okay. So you pass quite a bit of forest way as you kind of go into the low area and enter into the forest a bit. And once the forest clears, not really clears, but kind of becomes a little bit less dense, on the right side you can see what appears to be a swell in the river. And then up ahead, you can see smoke of a fire and the glow of firelight in the midday kind of or mid-morning atmosphere. And it looks like a number of wagons and tents have been set up here at a place that seems to be marked with such things on your map. This road gradually disappears. It's replaced by a twisted, muddy path through these trees. Deep ruts in the earth are evidence of the comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. There's a clearing here next to the river at its widening area. It forms this small lake you can see more clearly from this position. And it looks like there are 5 colorful round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the river. The mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around a bonfire. A footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest edge. These individuals look like the same type of folks that were inside of the tavern, the Bitter Hearts. Strangely dressed, and they appear to be drinking and dancing even at this early hour.
That looks fun.
Bear with as my computer starts to
All right, it's all black.
magpie. It should start showing up.
Okay.
We just lost Johnny.
He said he was restarting.
Oh, okay.
That's a big horse.
I don't see anything.
How can we hear Johnny?
No,
What?
he typed that he was restarting.
Who said that's a big horse?
Me.
Oh wow! For a
That
second,
wasn't Johnny.
for a second, you sounded like Johnny. That was really weird.
I'm gonna reload because I don't see anything.
You
We're
should
the
now.
same person.
Now I do.
I'll enter the chat as my extra because everything was offset because of disappearing boys.
Your
Okay.
favorite.
What?
No, not the boys, but you know what I mean.
Of the
Never
technical
mind.
difficulties. I understand what you're saying.
Yes. Good God.
Weird. But yeah, that's what you see. And I have a music, but I don't think it's going to play because there is no God.
Aveline just kind of solemnly says, "That looks fun."
What do you think we got time for fun?
I don't really feel like
I really don't feel like fun. That makes sense, though.
It could help you get your mind off of everything that saw on the road there. Maybe.
So, whether or not you wish to engage or wander past is up to you, or if you wish to have more nefarious ideas, as you are bandits, they do have horses.
But they're having a party, right?
Yeah.
That's right, we're not good guys.
We are not cops.
speak for yourself.
Right. John's playing against type this time. He's not used to that.
I want to look at Gwynvalia, put my hand out, and be like, "Do you want to dance?"
She shakes her head. Not really.
Hmm.
I'll be honest, I don't
Hello?
really like. Hey.
Oh, okay, you guys can hear me?
Yep.
Hello.
Okay, sweet. Sorry about that.
No worries. She says, I don't particularly enjoy the company or presence of bitter arts.
Oh,
Well-
that's right.
I don't know what that is, but I like this music, and I want to dance.
Enjoy it, she says, as she kind of dismissively kind of brushes her hand aside.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Inweir. Inweir?
Sure, why not?
Okay. And then me and this Goliath just gonna go.
Straight into the party.
Yep.
Okay, so if the two of you would like to go ahead, I assume that Inweir is not going to be leading. Is that fair?
Yeah.
But I also presume that you are probably better at dancing, I would say, Faye, than Inweir. So he is just going to effectively serve as assistance for you. So you can go ahead and make a performance check, and you have advantage for the check.
Let's go dancing in.
Go break it down.
So you want me to go
Hey.
twice?
Well, select advantage, but yeah, if you didn't do that, roll twice. That's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. How would I have selected advantage?
Up at the top, there are tabs, and you should see that it says advantage, disadvantage, etc.
Yeah.
on your character sheet. Way top. Way top. They're like little
Oh,
buttons.
okay. I see. Yeah.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm, mhm.
For next time. Or do you want me to go ahead and do it now? Now that I
Just click
figured it out.
If you clicked it, if you have 2 rolls, we're good. We don't need any more rolls on the board.
For next time.
We already get a shit ton next. Sorry, I have to roast when I have the opportunity.
I'm her twin. I have to have as many, you know?
Yeah, so 30 more, please. You see them dancing. You enter into the space and start dancing as well. They seem to be very welcome in the dance. The dance to you is one that isn't exactly familiar, but as you see, it does have a lot of flourishes and moves. It is quite simple. And it's something that you're able in this process to assist Inweir in learning. And the two of you perform the dance that they're dancing well enough to be able to switch with them, partners as well, as the lot of you, the Bitter Hearts and you, dance for about another 30 minutes around the fire, having a great time of it. The music being very bawdy and very just awesome. There seems to be a bit of a moment in the kind of end of it where everyone smiles. It kind of drops down to a rock or cut tree to sit, or a makeshift chair or a part of the wagons, and they sit, and some pull out long pipes and start smoking. Others walk over to barrels that are kind of near this space, and that this guy right here seems to be minding, and pour beverages into large mugs that they have, as they all kind of take to seating and just being kind of, taking a rest after the dance. And they kind of gesture towards places that are near to there for you to sit. Also, I want to say, since the dance is quite long and lively, if anyone else is engaging the dance as well, I want to know now.
No, it's not.
Null is arms crossed, standing next to Gwenvalia across the little road, watching.
Okay.
Maybe.
Will
Maybe-
Drumgar dance?
I don't think so.
Arms crossed with Null and Gwenvalia.
But like, how funny would that be? Faye's dancing with the Goliath, and then Bay's dancing with the dwarf.
Dwarf don't dance.
See, I imagine the dwarf starts arms crossed until the elf comes up and like nudges him, and he rolls his eyes. You see like the Dreadhelm's red
Yeah, that makes
eyes
sense.
roll super hard.
So,
Then he like goes and follows.
so
He's not happy about it, but he'll do it.
Bay plucks the wallflower. So, based on the two of you, this is going to seem strange, but I think that Drumgar would probably be the better dancer. So, Bay, you convince him to
Honestly,
it. Drumgar, go ahead and make a performance check. You have advantage.
Man. Starting to get the FOMO.
Oh.
jeez.
13 is fine. So the two of you get it. It's not a hard dance, like I mentioned, and you dance along with them. Same thing, like 30 minutes of revelry, just having a great time. Null, Gwenvalia, arms crossed, Drumgar being plucked from the wall by Bay. Aveline, you don't seem to have a partner, but it does look like there are enough people, and it's not a specifically duet dance. It looks like everyone's dances by themselves for a while, watching each other, and then kind of interjects with a partner for a while. And with the new company, it does look like there is a couple odd. I mean, there's odd folk out.
She's like trying to do that thing where it was like something really upsetting just happened to her, so she feels like she shouldn't like go have fun, but she's also got the FOMO.
Yeah. So yeah, you kind of stand on the road. You look over to Gwenvalia, who's like huff and puff. You look to Null, who's like super serious face, and then you look to everybody having fun, and you're like, yeah, fuck it. And so you enter into the fray. Go ahead and make a performance check as well. You do not have advantage. Okay, so the main issues for you in the dance, and it's again not that you're not having fun, it's just that you're not engaging in the dance correctly. You're bumping into people. The person who tries to kind of assist you, you very quickly kind of step on his toes or step on someone else's toes while it's happening. Your dress seems to be kind of catching people's like strings of baubles and like scarves and whatnot, and like it's not horrible, but you get a kind of like a couple looks like like you're having fun, but you're definitely the girl at the party that everyone's kind of like, okay, shit, holy god.
She's only done like, I don't know, like rich people dances.
Fair.
Love it. Oh
Yeah,
my.
very, very kind of stilted movements, very kind of, like focused on trying to master the dance, where everyone else is just kind of getting it, right? After a fashion, though, a woman comes out during the comes out of one of the wagons during the dancing towards the end of what we consider the time, and she is stunning. Not as stunning. You don't have to move away from the dance. Stay at the dance. Why are
I
you?
didn't move myself.
Wait,
Who did that?
Everyone's
I
like,
didn't
did that? No,
who's moving people?
I
Get
don't
back in
know.
the dance. If you were dancing, you were dancing. If you weren't, you're here. I'm not killing you. Jeez, it's not bias.
Everybody run.
Comes out a
Chill.
person. Everybody run away!
We're like, oh crap.
The woman that
Abort,
comes
abort.
We're nervous.
out is stunning. She is wearing clothes and attire similar to everyone else, but less of it. And it looks like she's wearing kind of like something that's accentuating her torso a lot. And her dance, the dance that you're doing, you start to see that the rhythm that she's engaging with is on a whole nother level. She is dancing in a fashion
The rhythm
that,
of the night.
yeah, her whole body is undulating to the dance, whereas you guys are doing like the steps and steps. Her whole body is the instrument for this dance. And she comes to the end of the dance and kind of starts using a lot of slam steps, throwing mud up onto everyone nearby to her, and is very engaged in the passion of the dance and finishes it. And that's when everybody kind of sprawls to their seats, gets their tankards, and sits. And she smiles and she says, "You've danced well, you've danced well. I suppose another story's fine." And everyone's like, "Ah!" And she grins as she kind of places her foot up onto somebody's stump and looks at everybody and smiles and says, "A mighty wizard came to this land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing, pointing directly to Null. A very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Strafania against the devil Gothias. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle in mass. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Strafania to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet, by his magic, he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil Gothias fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for the wizard's body, to see if, he had anything for me to take as a memento.
It's like kind of nudges, like, you guys know.
But the river Ivlir had already spirited him away. And everyone kind of, yes, kind of nodding. And again, seemingly kind of like gestured towards Null in that statement, loud enough for Null to hear. And then kind of looks at him again at the end of the story before moving over to the beer tent. Bay, as you're kind of sitting there, actually, more likely Faye, because the best answer, one of the guys kind of leans over and says, "Did you come here to see Madame Eva? Or
No.
you just passing by?"
Just passing by and couldn't resist.
"Oh, yeah, well, Madame Eva, she's a fortune teller of sorts."
Fortune teller.
"That's right."
You think she'd read my fortune?
She might. I thought you were here to see her. Most folks don't come past this here pool without acknowledging or knowing about her. We stop here very often, and our time here is usually limited, so it's quite fortuitous that you have met us here at all. I suppose it's by fate that you would have come here to see her. Maybe she called upon you. I don't know. The ways of the Bitterhearts are mysterious even to the Bitterhearts. And then raises the tankard, drinks it.
So, do you guys just follow her around?
No.
Oh.
She comes with us.
Oh.
Sometimes we travel through the mists. Sometimes we travel to the lands beyond. Been through here and there. At that, the lady kind of looks over at him and says, "Delwood, don't tell us about our hearing, where we've gone to these individuals. They're nice enough, but It's none of their business. And he says, oh, right, sorry. Delwood, by the way. I just got a name.
Yazda, nice to meet you. Pleasure.
Of course.
Well, I think I'll go over there and give me some of that ale too.
Very
Nice
good.
meeting you.
Likewise.
Dance later?
Well, yes, of course. Smiling, wiping a bit of sweat from his brow.
I want to like kind of tug on the twin, like shirt, like
Bay.
maybe she knows how to get out of here.
Which mine?
I think you're the one.
I don't know. My internet keeps crashing,
Oh,
so
okay.
I can't move. I don't know where anyone is.
I think it's
Yeah,
Yazda.
it's Bay.
Okay. I mean, she might. Do I go as?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So,
Are
like,
you-
I'll make sure that, like, Faye is kind of, like, off to the side, and then I'll, like,
Oh,
circle around.
Faye goes to the beer tent just as you're kind of like walking over in that direction. And
Yeah.
the leader of the group, or the storyteller of the group, you're not sure whether she's a leader or not. But she did enthrall everybody immediately, and she was the best dancer. So
I
again,
mean, the
Not-
pecking order.
it seems she's important. She is also drinking a beer, talking to the beer guy in a language you don't understand once you approach. But to Aveline sounds familiar, but it's not a language you know. It's like a very strange variant of High Osirian.
Aveline's like kind of intimidated because this person is very different from people she'd be used to dealing with.
She looks at you and she says, and then says something to her companion, and he goes, just spits beer all over the place. And then in comment, you're right. And she grins. How can I help you, fair lady? You're getting immediate Mean Girl in School vibes, by the way. at the outset.
would she pick that up though?
Yeah, 100%. It's
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna interrupt here because I see it, and you know, Aveline's my girl. So I hear you're a fortune teller.
No, not me, Madame Eva. And she gestures to the large tent here.
Oh,
Oh, I thought that that's who we were about to
yeah.
address to.
Yeah, it's-
Oh no, I'm not Madame Eva. I'm sorry. I haven't lived that long. For shame, no. I still have youth in these bones.
Hmm.
There's still pleasure to be earned here in the wilds. Beyond the mists, through the forests, all about. With whoever I so please. And she said that as her eyes kind of shift back to Null.
Oh my.
Well,
it's gonna be
Again, he doesn't hear that. He just sees you guys talking, and then for some reason she looks over at Null.
And then Bay just starts laughing, just like,
I shouldn't have laughed as loud as I did. My last roller trying to.
Evelyn kind of just like puts her hands on her hips and she's like, "Oh, okay. This isn't Madame Eva. I wanted to talk to the cool person," and she like walks away.
You walk away. Do you walk towards the big tent?
Yeah.
Okay. And she doesn't seem to try to stop you. As you approach the tent, and this is not a bad place to end, do you wish to enter the tent?
I don't know if there's anything to like knock or like kind of
Nope,
announce.
just a tent flat.
Okay,
where
she's
did he go?
gingerly gonna like kind of peek in, like she wants to come in, but not
Inside,
intrude.
you see magic flames cast. Oh, sorry. Inside, you see magic flames cast a reddish glow over the interior of this tent, revealing a low table covered in a black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into its depths. As this crone speaks, Her voice crackles like dry weeds. At last you have arrived. Cackling laughter bursts like mad lightning from her withered lips. And that's where we'll end the session for tonight. Thanks for watching those that did. The next session we will begin with the encounter. See you next week.